Hi, I'd like to welcome Carol Kristufek with DAR. And I just learned recently that DAR stands for the Daughters of the American Revolution. Welcome, Carol, to the Butler Buzz.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, first let's start off because I'm thinking that maybe some individuals that are listening don't know anything about DAR.
Well, the Daughters of the American Revolution are a nonprofit, non-political volunteer service organization. And we promote patriotism, we educate and preserve a lot of history. We do preservation of buildings and things. The Little Red Schoolhouse was once our chapter building.
Okay, wonderful.
So, we're hoping to work to preserve it in the next few years.
Okay. So tell me, how long have you been a part of the organization?
Since 2005.
2005. And what inspired you to become involved?
My son wanted to join SAR.
Oh, okay.
And it's much simpler to join DAR, and then he could just use my lineage to join SAR.
Okay.
So I joined with no intent of ever being a member. And
look at what's happened.
Yes, really enjoyed. They do an awful lot of nice things, for the vets and the deployed soldiers. And
this is a large organization, a national organization. There's chapters everywhere.
We have 190,000 members and 3,000 chapters around the world, from Australia to England. So we're
an international organization.
Yeah.
And I was reading there's 75 members in the Butler?
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. Now, I know, with the pandemic, a lot of things, put things on hold. And there was a special event that you wanted to celebrate back in 2020 that now has been pushed back to coming up at the end of October.
Correct,
Tell us about that event.
It is a celebration of our 100th year in existence in 1920. Butler women got together, and Mrs. T.W. Phillips Jr. organized a chapter in Butler for the first time. And they've been around ever since.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah.
And it looks like you've been working on something for the event. What is this?
That's a booklet. It's 75 pages long. And everybody who comes to the event will get one, along with a pin of General Richard Butler.
Okay.
But it tells about our history. It tells about the Revolutionary War and some of the ladies who have belonged to our chapter.
Wonderful. I bet you this took a lot of time.
Yes, it did. It did.
Now, if anybody is interested in learning more about how to become a member, how could they become a member? How could they learn more?
Just go to dar.org.
Okay.
And from there, they will give you to a chapter in your area, whether it's Butler or Pittsburgh has a number of chapters.
Okay.
So, and then we have a registrar who will help you with the paperwork, which everyone gets very intimidated by. But it's really because everything is computerized.
Yes.
You don't have to prove, again, if you have a patriot who served
in your family,
then you can hook into all the work that's already been done.
And you can, what a wonderful opportunity to learn more about your family's history.
And there were 178 soldiers that are in the book that settled in Butler County following the Revolutionary War. We've named them all.
Wow.
So that's a lot of guys that came here, whether they got land or whether they just wanted to settle, in the area.
Yes, I bet through this experience for yourself, you've learned a lot that you did not know, right?
Yes.
And the organization, so I know you mentioned you do a lot of good service to benefit the community. I also was reading that every month you host a meeting.
Correct.
And tell us a little bit more about the meetings, because it seems like it's more of an event than just a meeting. It's an experience.
It's a social gathering of people who'd like to do things. The programs are as varied as the person who gets them. Our vice regent every year gets the programs, and she gets interesting things, whether it's about history or we've had it on bees.
Okay, I saw some guest speakers coming up. Bill May, which is I know he loves to talk about history here in Butler.
He's wonderful, and it just, like I said, varies depending on who's getting the programs that year, whether it's history or just things in the community.
Right.
We have a lot of those come.
Do you have is this an organization that is open to, say, high school students?
You have to be 18 years of age or older and prove lineal descent from a patriot or someone who gave supplies to the Army. You don't have to have served, but you could provide a supply tax was a big one
Right.
that everyone did.
Yeah, since I teach at the college, I'm thinking about all of my students who just love history, and that this would be something wonderful that I can share with them to let them know that this is an opportunity that they could get involved in.
Yes, we're always looking for younger members. Sometimes I think it's the older people that carry the weight of the club.
Well, I'll be sure to get the word out for you.
That's good.
Yes. Well, wonderful. Congratulations. Celebrating 100 years right here in Butler County. DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution. I definitely recommend you check out their website, learn more, and you'll learn a little bit more about your history. Thank you. Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you would like to see more episodes, click on the playlist button up here. If you want to stay up to date with all of Armstrong's programming, click on the subscribe button down here. See you next time.